Hey YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood Dawson Rider here again with Day 4 Figuarts Week with the very special Kamen Rider Skull Figuart. He was an exclusive, that is why he is special. Yeah, he was done by the, Tamashii Web exclusive, I believe. I got him thanks to the wonderful services EX Japan. Thank you to them. He appeared in the Kamen Rider Double Decade Rider Tyson movie for the first time, and he is very, very awesome. Let us go over the packaging first, as usual. Even with being exclusive, he still maintains the theme of double packaging being very special. Done in an all black, which looks really cool, and the letters are done in white. Since he doesn't have a second side, silver. Since he does not have a silverish gray. Anyway, sorry. A second side to him, like double. He's kind of got a different color, silver, I guess, to match his other accents here. So, very cool Kamen Rider Skull, each side. Nice, really cool black and white picture of him, similar to the way Fang Joker works. Because of his color scheme, it looks better with the white and black. Says right here, Bandai Collector Shop, double Decade movie logo right here. On the back, shows a very cool pose of him, and then there's a red thing for my camera. More cool poses, shows him with all his accessories. Him again, description of what Figuarts is. Numbers, which we should all probably try to call someday, just for lols. Okay, that's about it for the packaging. So for what he comes with a decent amount of accessories. He comes with a bunch of different hands. He's got holding things hand, one of which I have on him because the skull magnum's in it. Two pointing hands, splayed open relaxed hands, a different kind of relaxed hand, which I have one kind on him. I think these are for, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 80% sure this is for holding his hat on his head like I'm doing right now, and I have one on him. And then I got, he got the standard fists. I don't know where the other one... Oh, yeah, the other one is behind me, I'm sorry. But, because it fell off. And he comes with two scarves, one of which I have on him. This one is for, flowing in the wind right here, instead of flexing material. Looks good. And two hats, one of which I have on him. And then this one, which is also painted very nicely. This is the tattered version. There's going to be something very special going on with this hat throughout many reviews. So stay tuned for that. He comes with a skull magnum here, which is painted very, very nicely. Same mold as the trigger magnum, so it's very easy for them to make, but still nice paint. Here's the regular hat, just no, what do you call it? God damn it. Ripping. So that is what he comes with accessory-wise, and his other scarf, which I have attached here, which you simply attach by taking off his head, which I might show in a minute. But let's go over detail-wise. Detail-wise, he looks good for what he's supposed to look like. He is a rather bland figure art. Let's go to his body first. His body is primarily just black, mostly all over, with just the slight silver accents on his shoulders and his chest here. And then the cuffs on his hands and wrists. So, very, very bland. Maybe I didn't notice it as much in the show when I got the figure art. He's very bland. I said bland like 3 times, so you know it's bland. The Lost Driver looks good. Since his memory is black, you don't notice the fact the memories aren't colored as much. Let's go ahead and take his hat off right now to look at his face. Now, I love his face. Now, this face doesn't look as cool without the fedora, I'm going to say. It still looks cool. It looks kind of like, if you look at it like Squidward again, or like a nerd with like his alfalfa hair and he kind of combed it down, but it still looks cool. I'm not knocking it at all, but I just made those observations. What I love about this figure is the black compound eyes. That is pure badass. I just love that. They just look so great. And look at the details on his face. He's pointing at you. Hello. Just outstanding details all throughout his face. It looks really great. It's probably the most detailed part of him. Obviously, as I just showed, the hat fits on nicely. You can put it on a variety of ways. I like to tilt it down and, holding on his head. Due to him being fairly, non-restricted, same articulation as all other double figures. All around shoulder joint here, double, elbow joint, swivel at the hand, swiveling waist, head 360 and up and down. As usual, I'll mention something about that in a sec. Legs all around, double, swivel, no pun intended with the doubles again, swiveling and the toe joint. Sorry I go over that so quick, but I have to do it for literally like 30 figure arts. So if you're watching this review, you know figure arts by now. Things I should mention to this figure. First of all, problems. As most of you know, many of the double figure arts have been having problems with articulation and paint details. No problems with paint whatsoever with this guy. Mine has a loose left leg. Many others have had problems with a lot of loose joints. The Lost Driver is a little loose compared to some other ones, just like other complaints have stated. One thing I did note is that when you put the scarf on, it restricts his head articulation a little bit, so you can't have him looking down quite as much. Because when I first pose him, I'm like, oh good, he's looking down, it looks cool, but then I put the scarf on, he can't look down quite as much. So that's about the only unique articulation thing to him. But yeah, he looks really cool with the hat on. Once you add the hat, it just adds that much more badassery to this guy. He is just really, really cool. Just to show you, so since I still got plenty of time to change his scarves out, just pop his head off, very similar to the original Ichigo Riders. Slide the scarf off and put it here. Line it up and then put his little skull head back on. Okay, this is going to be difficult now. Of course, it's always when you're on camera, isn't it? Okay, that is on. Or at least you think it is. Bum bum bum. Plot thickens. Anyway, there we go. Look, he looks epic. Well, let me get his hat on right. Yeah, that's right. Very cool. He looks epic. He's a badass. Look at him. Yeah, just look at him. So overall, this is a very good figure art. It's very difficult for this one for me because I'm pretty biased towards anything double. Skull in particular, because he's such a unique and badass rider that I have a hard time saying anything bad about him. If you were to stack him up against other figure arts, he is pretty bland. But like I said in my review of Black and Black RX, that's what he's supposed to look like. So you can't really give him negative points for looking what he's supposed to look like. The loose joints are really disappointing just because it isn't exclusive, and I kind of just expect more since I'm paying like 20 bucks more roughly for exclusive, but it's still okay. Like, he's bland, but once you put the Skull Magnum and the hat on him, he looks badass. So if you like Skull even a little bit, if you're a fan of Double, I can still recommend this figure. If you're tight on money, as much as I hate to say it, there are better exclusives out there and better figure arts that you get more for your money, but he's still a decent figure art if you are a fan. I mean, it's just really hard for me to say anything negative about him because I love him so much. It's just, he does have a lot more negative points going for him. I just have to say that. I have sadly spent more money and pre-ordered the Skull Boilder, so expect a review for that in however many months that comes out, and he will look even cooler on that. So bottom line recommendation, if you like Skull and Double, just a little bit more disappointing than some others. As usual, check out a written review at dawsonrider.wordpress.com and the podcast at shugoinshinobi.podbean.com, and look forward to Day 5 of Figuarts Week with another very special exclusive. So Dawson Rider signing out.